Okay, this is vibe coding in a nutshell. In this ecosystem that we're in right now, this is probably one of the most high leverage skills that you can learn right now. It is only getting just more in our faces every single day. Something new is popping up every single day now. It's not slowing down. And so, essentially, vibe coding in a nutshell, the art of building software through conversational AI, and you forget the code even exists. This was said by the one and only Andre Kaparthi, the person that coined the term vibe coding. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down the fundamentals of vibe coding, what you should know about it, the skills that you should really learn and acquire before time really runs out, and of course breaking down what vibe coding really is. I think a lot of people get misconstrued about what this actually is, what vibe coding is. They don't even know what coding and programming actually is, which I'm also breaking this down. So this video is basically for people that want to know exactly what they are currently doing and how that differentiates from everything else that they thought they were probably doing, just so you can get a feel of this thing. Who is Andre and why does he matter? This guy is quite literally the most important person in this field of AI right now as we speak. This man has deep roots in the early systems that shape what we are currently building on today. He's also one of the founding members of OpenAI. He previously worked under Geoffrey Hinton, who is the godfather of AI, and I highly suggest you watch some of his interviews of him talking about what he sees the future of AI looking like. And he's highly active on Twitter, and this is a very big plus because he's basically sharing real-time insights, and this is from someone who is directly involved in the evolution of this field. So if any real concerns were happening around AI, he'd most likely be the first one to sound the alarm. So I highly advise you right now to go on his X account and give him a quick follow. I also highly suggest you put on post notifications so you know exactly when new advancements are happening towards AI. It's always good to know exactly what's going on at these moments. Okay, so today's vibe coding ecosystem, it consists of number one, AI native IDEs. Whatever it is, whatever app, whatever idea that you have, you report it to your IDE. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. So if you think of a cubicle and you have your workspace, you have your blueprint in front of you inside the computer, and then you have your cubicle, which has all the posters around and documents, your folders, things like that. And then you have the terminal, you can say is the desk where you actually do the work and, you write actual things inside. This is an IDE. A lot of people use platforms like Cursor, Windsurf, Bolt, and Anti-Gravity, my favorite and the only one I use, that lead the charge with context-aware coding assistants that understand the entire code base. So anyone that really understands these systems and use it, which we're going to be covering later on in this, why you should really be using it in a certain way, you're going to get the most leverage out of this. The other thing is LLM powerhouses, things like Claude Opus 4.5, Claude Opus 4.5, GPT 5.2, and Gemini Pro 3 enable conversational software creation at unprecedented speed. It's starting to feel like magic, and it's not a joke. Opus 4.5 and its capabilities when it comes to coding is truly insane. The more you understand that, the more you start working with it, the more you start just iterating your skills, making your skills better. You basically have to really be high agency nowadays, just not to cut everything off. Number three, MCPs, which stands for Model Control Protocols. And this was originally made by Claude. MCPs are a standardized way for AI agents to securely connect to tools, files, APIs, and live systems. It can go from platform to platform, YouTube to OpenAI instantly. This is what a MCP is, and it just basically connects from tool to tool. And number four, the one and only communities. Discord servers, Reddit communities, Twitter spaces, and I hope you know the whole entire ecosystem of Twitter. It is a community. It's not just a platform. It is a community of people that are into AI and they just look at things that are going on. They follow each other. They're probably in group chats, things like that. But also school communities. I have my own. If you haven't joined and you're watching this video, go ahead and join if you don't have a community to be a part of. I'm in elite communities as well. These people are in their own bubbles and seeing exactly what's going on, exchanging ideas, insights, things like that. That's the most leverage you're ever going to get, ever. And if you're not a part of a community, if you are doing this lone wolf, I highly, highly suggest you join a community. Find a free one, find one that you actually vibe with, find one that you're actually going to be active towards. And if you feel like you won't be active towards it, then hit me up. Just hit me up. Honestly, I've been in that bubble. I don't want to be excluded with anything. If you have any ideas and things like that, go ahead and share them in the community. I'll be the person to answer back to you. But yeah, this is currently what the ecosystem really looks like right now. Now, reality check real quick for people that don't know the difference between coding versus programming. Please understand, coding equals the translation, writing syntax, generating functions, producing files. AI excels here. Essentially, you want to treat the coding as the video editor, and this will make sense in a second. Programming equals the architecture, system design, scalability decisions, security considerations, very important, and of course, maintainability. This requires deep understanding that AI can assist in, but cannot replace. It's impossible as of right now before the AGI era. And you got to really think of this as the content creator. So when you got a YouTube video that you want to create, the content creator makes the ideas. It plans out what the hook is going to be, the video topic, everything like that. The video editor just adds on to that video that was created. It literally just spices it up. It makes the coloring, the coding, it follows a blueprint, and all the time, obviously, it'll give its own creative edge if it wants to, because that is what it specializes in. But it's not creating any content, it's not making a hook, right? So that is essentially coding. Programming is the content creator. Easy way to think of it. Now, what happens when there is unchecked vibe coding? This is something that really needs to be talked about more, and I don't really see people talking about it, unfortunately, but I'll be here to talk about it. This is why I usually see the loop for people, or reliance on AI, which is a huge one, which then leads to technical debt accumulating, some security gaps emerging, and then system failure risk. And it just cycles through on and on and on. This usually happens because of security vulnerabilities. AI generated code often contains SQL interjection risk, which SQL is just when someone hacks into your whole entire website, plans something in the back end, and just messes up code, right? Just straight up. You got XXS vulnerabilities, which I'll cover in later on, and other weak authentication patterns. This is a real concern. Unmaintainable code bases. Rapid generation without architectural planning creates spaghetti code that becomes almost impossible to debug. This is still a problem as of right now. This is not solved. Something you really gotta pay attention to. And of course, false confidence. This is the biggest thing. Shipping code you don't fully understand leads to production disasters when edge cases emerge. And I noticed that I had really big SaaS ideas and vibe coding my way out throughout the whole thing. And yes, it could be possible with more time and iteration, but with me not understanding what exactly this code is doing and what everything is going on, there's no way I can actually build this whole thing out without some help. So that's what I mean by false confidence. You're going to really feel like, holy crap, you really got to look at what the edge cases could be. So what is it that you still need to learn? Security fundamentals, just like what I was just talking about before. Authentication, authorization, encryption, input validation. Please understand, AI will not automatically secure your app. You must audit and enforce the best practices. This is going to become one of the new highly leveraged skills. Honestly, I could see someone that just focuses on being like the AI safety guy, or someone that just really good at making sure AI is safe in your business. If you pitch yourself that way, you can make a lot of money. You can honestly make a career out of that in the future. That most likely will become a high leverage career. Someone that just looks at the security of things and just, debugs it. And those roles exist, except now it's becoming more different because the whole game is changing, right? So there's that. Design number 2, database design, normalization, indexing, query optimization, migration strategies. Poor database architecture kills performance and it creates data integrity problems. Look at a database, go ahead and use Superbase, Firebase, whatever it is, things like that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I do talk about it in the future, or maybe already now, the video's already uploaded, but all the logins, everything that happens in the back end of your business, people that just look around your website, you just want to have that database going on. And of course, system architecture. This is basically what the programming, you are replacing what the programmers would be doing at this moment. System architecture, scalability patterns, occasion strategies, API design, etc. These decisions determine whether your app thrives or collapses under load. And then number 4 point, DevOps basics, deployment pipelines, moderating, logging, and then error handling. If you know those things, you're straight. You have the highest leverage skill. AI is not reaching this moment until AGI. So you have time. Now, the possibilities right now. You get to build MVPs in hours instead of weeks. Test ideas without massive time investment. Iterate at the speed of thought. The sweet spot, solo projects, internal tools, proof of concepts, and learning exercises. You maintain control, understanding the constraints, and fix issues as they arise. And this is what I've been doing for the past months now. Like, honestly, I've just been working on my own personal projects, becoming with my own SaaS ideas, and it's been so fun. Honestly, honestly just mind blowing, just knowing that I'm able to do this now with no experience in coding or any of this. I have thoughts, and I understood prompt engineering. Prompt engineering is definitely going to be a big skill. Already is a big skill. It's kind of the same as programming, but yeah, these are the possibilities. With all these tools that you're able to create, there's gonna be days where you just think of one crazy ass idea. You're gonna want to cover you want to partner up with people and just create that tool, and then you really go crazy with this. So yeah, but yeah, I do talk about it, man. But yes, this is so important. Master prompting, master results. That's literally what it is. Be specific. A lot of people be like this: build a login page. That's all they say to their code. That's all they say to their LLM, and then that's it. That is weak. It's not going to know exactly what you want. Create a login page with email/password, JWT authentication, input validation, and error handling. It is going to be way better. It's just like, obviously, just be specific about what you want. Treat it like a human. Like, you tell exactly what it is, they're going to know exactly what it is, right? And of course, provide context. Share your stack, existing code patterns that you have, and constraints upfront to get consistent compatible code. The more context, the better. The third one being iterate intelligently. Ask for explanations. Now, for your IDE, you are usually using your terminal to build this out. You're usually using Claude Code to build out your thing. You use your LLM on the right side to start asking for explanations, so you actually understand what your system is. That's how I use it, at least. It is my actual assistant guiding me through what is going on with the code that Claude Code is currently doing. Right? So Claude Code is the actual builder. LLM is like, yo, this is what's happening. Like, he's the person, what's it called? The project manager, kind of. Not really a project manager, but like the guy that just, just sees things. The project manager. We'll just leave it at that. But yeah, this really matters because of tokens. Token economics matter. Poor prompting burns API credits fast. If you're not someone that got money to throw around, a vague request might take 5 iterations, which is 20,000 tokens, versus a precise prompt stalled in 1 could equal around 4,000 tokens. Better prompts equal lower costs plus faster results. That's simple. More specific you are, more context you give, the more iterations you do with your build and you're learning from it, and you just multiply, you're good. You're honestly straight. So yeah, the vibe coding mindset. Embrace speed. Use AI to prototype and learn rapidly. Always put things out. That's what I've been doing. I've just been putting out SaaS project after SaaS project, honestly. Just seeing what sticks. All the time. Now I'm really specific with my thing. But before I was just throwing them out. Understand what you ship, read, audit, and comprehend the generated code. Like, literally just understand, yo, what just happened? It might sound boring, and don't spend too much time on it. Just look at it, glance at it, be like, oh, okay. So next time when I see this type of code, I understand this is what that means. If you don't know what it means, ask your LLM, ask your assistant that's sitting there that is literally watching the code for you, looking at the code for you. I do have some tutorials on anti-gravity, my favorite IDE. I'm literally going to be showing you exactly how that process works. And then of course, keep learning the fundamentals, security, databases, architecture. This is what's going to separate the hobbyists from the professionals. Please understand, vibe coding isn't a shortcut, even though it may feel like it. It is really a power tool. If you think of a power tool, a sawzall, or a ProPressor, for any of my plumbers out there that, don't be soldering anymore, that is what it is. Master the fundamentals, prompt with precision, and you'll build faster than ever before while staying ahead of the risk. The race isn't won by those who generate the most code, but by the ones who understand what they are building. This is the new era that we are a part of. So now you know. It's really all you gotta really know. Yes, speed really matters here, but understand that the system matters more. That's what's gonna actually get you paid. That simple. Like if they don't trust you, they don't trust you. If you're just speeding your way through and you can't really form words around what you just created, if you can't articulate your point and actually you don't understand it and you're kind of just risking things and you don't have ROI data to show, yeah, you're screwed. It's that simple. Understand what you're doing. Get good at security. That's one thing I'm pushing towards too. And yeah, they'll be all good. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one.